Hello everyone, this is Gracie here. In this video, we will be discussing problem number 3.4. So the question, 600 kg of material was charged to process A at a rate of rupees 4 per kg. The direct labor accounted for rupees 200 and the other departmental expenses amounted to rupees 760. The normal loss is 10% of input and the net production was 500 kg. Assuming that process scrap is saleable at rupees 2 per kg, prepare a ledger account of process A clearly showing the values of normal and abnormal loss. So here they have asked us to find out what is your normal and abnormal loss, and to show we need to prepare process A account and clearly show what are the values for normal and abnormal loss. So they have given the input in the problem, which is 600 kg was introduced into the business. The 600 kg at what rate? At rupees 4 per kg. Then they have given direct labor expenses, which is 200, and other departmental expenses, which is 760. Then they have also given us normal loss percentage, which is 10%. They have given the percentage. We need to check whether they have given the scrap value to sell this loss. And the net production they have given was 500 kg. So they have stated that net production, that is the output of this particular process, is 500 kg. Input is 600, output is 500. 500 per kg. So let us look into the calculation whether we are getting abnormal loss or abnormal gain. So assuming that the process scrap is saleable at rupees 2 per kg. Yes, they have given for normal loss recoverable amount is given, which they have stated as scrap is saleable at rupees 2 per kg. So now we will be preparing the ledger account for process A. Solution, process A account, first your inputs and your output side. In your input we have first materials. So two materials. What is the kg here? 600 kgs. So what is the rate per kg? Rupees 4. So 600 into 4 will give you 2400. Then we have direct labor, which is rupees 200. So 2 direct labor, 200 rupees. Next we have other departmental expenses. So your other expenses is how much? Rupees 760. So we have taken 760. So after this, the normal loss is 10%, which is your output. So we will take it here in your output column. By normal loss, 10% of input. So how much is your input? 600. So 600 into 10% will give you 60. So 60 kg is your normal loss. So have they given the scrap? Yes, they've given the scrap of rupees 2 per kg. So after the scrap is given here, 60 into 2 will give you 120. So your normal loss amount is 60 into 2, which is 120. Next we need to check whether they've given your output units or what is the production made for this process. So yes, they've given the net production was rupees 500. The net production was 500 kg. So we will consider your output in your net production in your output column. So the output is given in the problem, which is 500 kg. So we will be writing here by process B's account transfer. So they've clearly stated, and the net production was 500 kg. So this is process A. Process A, the next process will be process B. So we will be transferring process A's balance to process B's account. So by process B account, this is your transfer. How many units is process A giving out? Is 500 kg. So 500 kg. So we need to find out the value. Before finding the value, we need to check the units, whether the input units and the output units are balancing. So your input units here is input side, the units total is 600 units. Next, if you come to your normal loss units, it is 60 and 500. So there is a difference, isn't it? Your input, which is 600, when you add 500 plus 60, which would give you 560. So there is a difference. Your input here is more than your output, whereas your input is 600, your output is 560. So there is 40 rupees difference in your output. So as I've told, when your input is more than your output, that means there is a loss incurred, because you are introducing 600 units and you're getting 560 units. That means something is wrong here, which is your loss. So there's something is being damaged, which is your loss. So how much is the difference? 600 minus 560 minus 500, which will give you the difference 40. So you will be writing it as by abnormal loss. So by abnormal loss. So your abnormal loss is 40. So how did you get 40? 600 minus 60 and 500. The difference is 40. So for this we need to find out the value. So there's a formula to find out abnormal loss. So where abnormal loss formula is equal to, for abnormal gain and for abnormal loss the formula is same. So the formula is total cost minus value of normal loss divided by input minus normal loss units. So what is your total cost? Your total cost is nothing the total of your input, the expense what you spend for this process A. So which is 2400, 200 and 760. So when you add up this total cost, you'll be getting 3360 minus normal loss value. So normal loss value, how much is it? 120. So total cost, which is 3360 minus normal loss value, which is 120, divided by, the formula is number of units introduced, input, that is the input units or number of units introduced, minus normal loss units. So how many units are introduced in this process A? 600 units. So what is your normal loss unit? 60. So 600 minus 60, which will give you 540. So when it is so, the numerator and the denominator will be divided to get the cost per unit. So 3360 minus 120 will give you 3240. So 3240 divided by the denominator value 600 minus 60 will give you 540. So 3240 divided by 540 units will give you rupees 6 per unit. So this is your abnormal loss value. So how much is your abnormal loss units here? 40 units. So what is the cost per unit? Rupees 6. So 40 into 6 will give you 240. Now you have got your normal loss, abnormal loss value. So the difference what you get in your output column will be the value for your process B. As you know the input, the value for it can be found out by the balancing figure. Always the balancing figure will be the value for the process, the process account which is to be transferred to your next process. So what is the difference here? It is 3000. So how did you get 3000? Is 2400 plus 200 plus 760, which will give you 3360 minus 120 minus 240. So when you minus your normal loss and abnormal loss, you get the difference, which is 3000. So this is the output value for process A account, which will be transferred to your process B account for further production process. So the next problem what we will be discussing is problem number 3.5. Problem number 3.5, the question is a product passes through three processes, which is A, B and C. 10,000 units at a cost of rupees 1 were issued to process A. The other direct expenses were, they have given here sundry materials, direct labor and direct expenses for all the three processes given. And the input for process A is 10,000 units. So the output which is incurred for this process will be the input for the for A's process will be the input for the B process. So the output of B process will be the input for C process. The output for C process will be a finished product. Then they have given the wastage of process A was 5% and process B was 4%. So they have stated wastage is nothing but here the normal loss percentage is given. For process A, the normal loss is 5%, whereas for process B, it is 4%. The wastage of process A was sold at rupees 0.25 per unit. So they have given the scrap value for the normal loss to be realized, which is 0.25 per unit. And for B, it is 0.50 per unit, and for C it is rupees 1 per unit. Here if you look into the question, they have given the sale value, scrap value for the wastage of process C to be sold at rupees 1, but they have not given what is the percentage of the normal loss. So that is that we are supposed to find out what is the percentage or what is the number of units which is going under loss in process C in this problem. So let us look into the further line. The overhead charges were 168% of direct labor. So your overhead charges were 168% of direct labor. So how much is your direct labor here? 5,000, 8,000, 6,500. So under each process you need to multiply it with 168% to get your overhead expenses. Next, the final product was sold at rupees 10 per unit. Okay, here cost per unit is given for the final product to be sold. So this final product which is sold at rupees 10 per unit will be applicable only in process C, because it clearly stated the final product was sold. So when will the final product be met? When it is in process C. Then fetching a profit of 20% on the sales, find the percentage of wastage in process C. So we are supposed to find out what is the wastage in process C in this problem. So let us get into the solution. The first process what we're going to prepare is process A account. So we have input column and we have the output column. So the expenses or the total cost will be considered in your input column, and your normal loss and the output which is going out of the process will be considered in your output column. In your input column, the items are sundry materials. Before that, how many number of units are introduced? 10,000 units at a cost of rupees 1 were issued to process A. So the input number of units introduced is 10,000 units. So we will have 2 units introduced, 10,000. At what is the rate of the units which is introduced? At rupees 1 per were issued. So 10,000 into 1 will give you 10,000. Next we have sundry materials. Sundry materials for process A is 1,000. So we will be taking sundry materials 1,000. Next we have direct labor. Direct labor is how much? 5,000. So we will be taking here 5,000. Next we have your direct expenses, which is 1,050. So we'll be considering here 1,050. Then overheads, as we have stated in the question, the overheads are charged at 168% of direct labor. So how much is your direct labor for process A? For process A, your direct labor is 5,000. So 5,000 into 168% will give you 5,000 into 168% will give you 8,400. So two overheads, so 5,000 into 168%. How did you get 5,000 is, as they have stated 168% on direct labor. So direct labor is 5,000. 5,000 into 168% will give you 8,400. So this is your inputs. So next is your outputs. Your outputs here is normal loss and your whether any production or any output is made in this. If it is given in the question, we will consider that. So here if you look, they have given wastage of process A was 5%. So 5% is the wastage, which is nothing but the normal loss. So by normal loss, wastage is at 5%. So 5% on what? On input. So how much is your units introduced or the input units? 10,000 units. So 10,000 into 5% will give you 500 units. So then we need to look into the question whether they've given the scrap value for that process. Yes, if you look into the question here, the wastage of process A was sold at rupees 0.25. So how much is your loss? Which is 500 units. 500 into 0.25 will give you 125 rupees. So this is your units and the normal loss value in the problem. Next is in the question, have they given any net production for that process? So in this problem, they've given the final product was sold at rupees 10 per unit. They have, other than that, they have not given any output which is sold. So we will, the balancing figure will be the process A's output. So now you have the total cost, which is when you add up 10,000 plus 1,000 plus 5,000 plus 1,050 and 8,400, you get the total of 25,450. 25,450 minus 125, the balancing figure will be 25,320, and the number of units will be the balancing figure here. As you add 10,000 and you have output of 500, so 10,000 minus 500 will give you 9,500. So here the units as well as the amount will be the balancing figures. So next we will get into your process B's account. In process B account, So process B account, the output of process A will be the input for process B. So the output for process A was 9,500. So as it is shown here, process A account or by process B, how much is it transferring? 9,500 and the value is 25,325. So for 9,500, 25,325 to process A account. Then we will consider all the expenses which is given in the question. Sundry material 1,500, direct labor 8,000, direct expenses 1,188, which is carried in the calculation. So sundry materials, direct labor and direct expenses is taken. Then your overhead expenses as per the question what is stated is 168 percentage of direct labor. So how much is your direct labor? 8,000. So 8,000 into 168 percentage will give you 13,440. So 8,000 into 168 percentage will give you 13,440. So your total expenses is or total input column is so much. So in your output you will usually consider your normal loss. If there is difference in your input and output units, then you will have abnormal loss and you will have the next process account. So in the question, let us look into whether they given the percentage of normal loss. Yes, the wastage of process A is taken in process A account and the wastage of process B is 4%. Have they given the scrap value for this wastage? Yes, they've given that of B at rupees 0.50 per unit. So now by normal wastage, which is 4% on the input. How much is the input? 9,500. 9,500 into 4% will give you 380 units. For this scrap value is given in the question. The rate is 0.50. So 380 into 0.50, 0.50 which is stated in the question. So 380 into 0.50 will give you 190. Then we need to check the normal loss. You need to check whether they've given the output number of units produced in that process. In this question, they have not given anything about the output for process A and B. So there is no output introduced. So the balancing figure will obviously be the output or the produced. That will be the output which is produced by that process. So now 9,500 minus 380. So 9,500 minus 380, the difference is 9,120. So the total cost 25,325 plus 1,500 plus 8,000 plus 1,188 plus 13,440, which is 49,453. I'm sorry, 49,453 minus 190 will give you the balance, which is 49,263, which is which is the balancing figure for process B. Here you don't have abnormal loss because in the problem they have not stated what is the output for this process B. In previous question or previous problems here, in that question they have stated that process was producing so and so units, number of units. When such information is given, then you have the number of units. By looking into that units, you find the difference and then you will decide whether you have, if your input is more than your output, then you will have abnormal loss. Then if your output units is more than your input units, then you will have abnormal gain. But in this problem, they have not given this particular process is produced output of so much. So no information is given in that. So the balancing figure will be the process account. So by process C, you've got 9,120. So the difference of your input minus your output 190 will give you 49,263. So process A output will be transferred to process C. So this will be an input for your process C account. So now let us prepare your process C account. So process C account, output of process B will be an input for process C. So to process B account, from where you have taken this amount from process B. That is why we write to process B account. So to process B account, what is that process is transferring? How many units is it transferring? 9,120. So we are considering here 9,120. So what is the balancing figure here? 49,263. So 49,263. Next we will be taking all the expenses in the which is there in the question. In the question you have direct materials, sundry materials, direct labor and direct expenses, which is 1,480, 6,500 and 1,605. So we have taken sundry materials, direct labor, direct expenses. Overheads is 168 percentage on direct labor, which is 6,500 into 168 percentage will give you 10,920. So still here, till here we will be we will do the calculation. Now we need to find out whether this process as any wastage in it, normal loss wastage, or any information about it is given. If you get into the question, look into the question. In this problem they have given the scrap value, the value at which that process C sells the scrap, which is rupees 1 per unit, but they have not given the percentage for that scrap. So, and they have given the overhead charges is already considered. They have given the final product was sold at rupees 10 per unit. So they are telling the output, that is the finished product, is sold at rupees 10. So using this information and this cost per unit of C information and the profit information, we will find out what is the normal loss units and what is the value for that normal loss. So value, say scrap value is given, which is sold at rupees 1. We need to find out how many units are being lost in process C. So we can find out the amount directly. With the usage of that amount we can find out the percentage. So let us get into the calculation how to find out the loss which is incurred in process C, the normal loss which is incurred. So this is the calculation of percentage of wastage. So calculation of percentage of wastage in process C. So in process C, suppose number of units of normal wastage is X. So we don't know what is the normal wastage for C. We don't know the percentage or we don't know how many units. So we will consider it to be as X. So sale value of waste units is, that is X units into 1 each, into 1 rupee. As you have stated in the question, the normal loss or the scrap is sold for C, for process C is at rupees 1 per unit. We have the cost which is 1 rupee, but we don't know how many units. So we will consider sale value of the wastage units is X. Will assume it to be X. Now number of units to be assumed as X, and it is sold at rupees 1. So X into 1. So now cost per unit, to calculate cost per unit is or to find out the cost for process C is rupees 10 per unit less 20% profit. In this problem they have given the selling price for that particular process, which is stated in the question as rupees 10 per unit. Yes, they've told sales is rupees 10 and they're given the profit percentage which is 20%. So sale is 10 and profit is 20% out of it. Then how much is the cost per unit can be found out. So now profit is 20% on sale. Sale is equal to selling price for process C is how much? Rupees 10 per unit. So, as they have stated in the question, profit is 20% on sales. It is clearly stated here. The final product was sold at rupees 10. So, the selling price for process is rupees 10 and the profit is 20% on sales. So, they have given the sales which is 10 rupees. rupees 10 and profit is 20%. On what? On sales. Sales is given and profit can also be found out by 10%, rupees 10 into 20%. So rupees 10 into 20% will give you rupees 2 per unit. So this is your profit. So now cost is equal to sales minus profit. So cost per unit is equal to how much is your selling price? 10 per unit. How much is your profit? What you have found out, which is 20% on sales, which will give you 2 rupees 2 per unit. So 10 minus 2 will give you rupees 8 per unit, which is your cost per unit. So now formula for finding total cost. So there are two ways of finding total cost. So total cost is equal to number of units produced minus into cost per unit. Also, you can use total cost is equal to cost incurred minus sale value of scrap. So here a number of units produced, that means what is the total units which is produced in process C, and the cost per unit. The cost per unit you have found out here, which is rupees 8 per unit. So you can use both. You are supposed to use both the formulas here to get an algebraic expression here. So when in algebra, when you get two equations, you find out the missing terms, x value, a value, b value. So arranging or solving two equations can help you in bringing similar kind of equations can help you in bringing the missing terms. So now we have two formula for total cost. In this, number of units produced into cost per unit. When it is number of units produced into cost per unit, number of units produced includes all the units which is produced or the balance units which is produced in that process. So now total cost is equal to, first we will try solving the first equation. Total cost is equal to number of units produced into cost per unit. So in process C, how many units are produced? So in process C, they are produced 9,120 units. So if you look into the process C calculation, 9,120 units were produced. So 9,120 units were produced. Out of this 9,120 units produced, there is a normal loss present in it. Number of units produced is total units which is produced, or the balance which is produced after minusing the loss units. So now number of units introduced is 9,120. Only when you minus the scrap loss or the normal loss, you will get the number of units produced in that particular process. But we don't know what is the normal loss which is incurred. So as we have assumed earlier, considering x as normal loss units, we will consider x here. So the number of units introduced is 9,120. The sale value or the normal loss units we don't know. So we will assume normal loss units to be x. So 9,120 minus x into cost per unit. How much is your cost per unit as per calculation, which is rupees 8 per unit. So into rupees 8. So we will multiply both. So we will get the we will get the total cost. So 8 into 9,120, which will give you 72,960. Then 8 into x, that is your normal loss units, which is x, will give you minus 8x. So this is your first equation. So the next is total cost with the formula cost incurred minus sale value of scrap. So when you minus your cost, your total cost formula will always be the total cost which is incurred, and when you're selling a scrap, that is not a cost, it is an income for you. So only when you minus that, you will get the total cost or the total expense which you have spent. So the cost incurred is, as per the question or the solution, what you have done is 49,263 plus 1,480 plus 6,500 plus 1,605 plus 10,920 will be considered. Only still here it is your cost. So now we have taken everything, we have added that, you will be getting 69,768 minus sale value of scrap. You don't know how many units is your normal loss, you don't know what is your normal loss units as well as the value. So you will consider your normal loss value as x. you know the sale value, the normal loss per unit value, which is 1. Considering as 1x or x is similar, you can either consider it as 1 because the cost per unit for the sale for process C, so selling the scrap for process C is 1. You can consider it as 1x, or you can consider it as x. So 1 is the cost per unit, the number of units is not known, so it is x, so it can be considered as 1x. So you have got the two equation. In both the equation you need to know the number of units value. So now we will put the equation in an algebraic form. 69,768 minus x is equal to 72,960 minus 8x. So bring all your like terms to one side. X is one side and all the now numerical values in the other side. So x and 8x is brought here. Then now 72,960 minus the like terms, that is the numerical values are brought to the other side. So minus 69,768. So the continuation of it is 8x minus x. 1x will give you 7x. 72,960 minus 69,768 will give you 3,192. So x is equal to 3,192 divided by 7, which will give you 456 units. So the number of normal loss units is 456. So this is the way which you use the method to find out the missing terms. So in your total cost formula, to find out cost, you need to always include the number of units introduced minus the any sale scrap value units as well as the value. Only then you can find the total cost. So this total cost formula helped us in finding what is the scrap number of units, that is your normal loss units. So your normal loss units is 456. So this is your normal loss units, but in the problem they have asked find the percentage of wastage in process C. We can easily find out after finding the normal loss units. So as your normal loss units is 456, percentage of wastage in process C is 456 divided by 9,120. 9,120 is the number of units which is introduced in process C, which is 9,120 into 100 would give you 5%. Or the other way, you can do cross multiplication where 9,120 units is for 100%. That is the total number of units introduced. For 456, what would be 456 out of this 9,120? So 9,120 is for 100. For 456, how much is it? Just cross multiply. You will get 456 into 100 divided by 9,120, which is nothing but 5%. So you have found out the percentage as well as the normal loss units. So now we'll take this normal loss units in the calculation. So now we have found out the normal loss units as per the working note by normal loss wastage 456 into what is the cost per unit as mentioned in the problem, which is at rupees. So here the wastage of process A was sold at rupees 0.25, B 0.50, C rupees 1 per unit. So now as it is sold for 1 per unit, you know the number of units, which is 456 into 1, which is nothing but 456. The value of normal loss is 456. So here the balancing figure, as this is the last process, the balancing figure will be transferred to your will be transferred to your finished product, or which can be sold. So it is sold at a profit. So what is a profit on sales? So profit on sales is we need the profit given in the problem is 20% on sales. To find out the profit, it is very simple here, as we have got the normal wastage and the balancing figure will obviously be by sales, as it is the last process, or you can take it as by finished product, which is the difference of your input and output. Input units is 9,120 and the normal wastage is 456. When you minus 9,120 minus 456, you will get 8,664. So and they have given given the sale value in the problem, which is rupees 10. The finished product was sold at rupees 10 per unit in the problem. See here, the final product was sold at rupees 10 per unit. So now your number of units produced, the balancing units, how much you get is 8,663 into 10 will give you 86,640. So this is the balancing figure. So now if you add up your total value, your units for your input will match with your outputs of your unit, but your value for input and output will vary. So where your output value is more than your input value. So if you add up your output value, you will be getting, if you add up 456 plus 86,640, you will be getting 87,096. So now if you add up 49,263 plus 1,480 plus 6,500 plus 1,605 plus 10,000, 10,920, you will be getting 69,768. So you will have a difference here. So what is that difference? So you will minus this 69,768 is your total of input side of your process C, where your profit will not be considered here. So if you look into that total, you will get 69,768, whereas the total of your normal loss units will be total of your total of your output for process C will be 87,096. So 87,096 minus 69,768, 69,768 will give you 17,328. So here the balancing figure is the profit, as your output total value is more than your input total value. That means your output is nothing but the production produced units, or your value of your output if it is more than your input. Obviously when what you're inputting, if your input is so much and you're getting output more than your input, it is a profit. So your input value is less compared to your output. As your output is more, you're getting a profit of 17,328. Usually in all the problems, the balancing figure will be by process account or by finished product account. But here, as you have given the sale value for process C, which is stated as the sale value is rupees 10 per unit, we have balanced the units, and we've got the difference of units here as 8,663 into 10 per unit. So we have got the value directly. Then if we add up your output units, the total you will get 87,096. When we minus with your input units, we get a difference of 17,328. So this difference will be considered as your profit. So thank you everyone. We will look into the next video for the upcoming problems.